Peace, y'all. Before we get started, I felt compelled to remind everyone to stay safe and stay abreast of all the atrocities happening around the world. The people of Palestine, Tigray, Congo, Sudan, Haiti, and countless other territories are currently fighting for their rights and their lives. And if you're choosing to take action, please take every precaution you can. Stay hydrated, stay in groups, cover your face, and please, more than anything, don't lose hope. I've been leaving links to organizations and resources at the bottom of every episode description for a good minute, so please go check those out for places to donate and to find ways to take action today. We're not free until all oppressed people in the States and abroad are free. Much love, stay strong, and stay dangerous. What's good, y'all? My name is Dylan Green, and this is Real Notes, a space dedicated to blurring the cultural and artistic lines between rap and film. I'm here to chop it up with everyone from rappers and producers to journalists and video directors about their relationship to movies and how, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is rapper and one-fifth of the collective No Label, Yo OG. We spoke about Buddhism and spirituality, Furiosa and Mad Max Saga, Belly, Dope, the ritual of going to the movies, juggling different projects, coming up listening to N1 mixtapes and Joey Bada, how he came to make music and help form No Label, and the creative process behind his projects Burgundy and this year's This Too Shall Pass. Come fuck with us.
Pretty much serving it to the highest degree you can on some shit. So like I'm serving coffee to like a goddess, like a god or something like that, like somebody that's like really, somebody in whatever plane it is,
Yeah. Yeah, no. On some like power ranking shit. That's cool. That's cool.
Not even on like power ranking, but if you want to think about it like that, and that's the way you view it, it's no problem about that. Like you can do that.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like power ranking was like I couldn't think of a better way to say it, but I get what you're trying to say, just in the sense
It's
of
like
like,
I'm serving a coffee to beers right now. If that's really what you want to put it,
yeah,
like, on some shit or yeast.
yeah. I fuck with that. That's really cool. I like, yeah, like that. That's a better way to put it too. I like that. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Damn.
Like I've been studying this shit like kind of heavy the past like 8 months. Like I could give you a whole spiel about karma and emptiness and the way it links into our past and future lives
Damn. Well, I
and
mean,
the way
before,
we all like keep shit crazy.
nah, before, yeah, okay. I
Nah,
mean,
it's a lot.
that's tight. I was just gonna say, like, dive into that a tiny little bit before we get started. Like, after you explain this to me, I'm gonna like do a drop and we can get started. But I'm really interested to hear what you got to say about all that.
So essentially, you got karma and emptiness that are the two main drives for this whole realm that we live in. And this realm that we live in is called samsara. And we have something called the Bhava Chakra, which is like the wheel of death pretty much. And this is what keeps us reincarnating. So we pretty much project the reality that we see on some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like everything is always coming from you. I'm having my own perception of this whole store. I mean, you're not even in the store, but I'm having you on my phone, like I'm perceiving everything. But this is how I'm seeing it. You have no idea how I'm seeing it.
Right.
And I have no idea how you're seeing it. So like that's where emptiness comes because everything is empty of a nature on some shit. Meaning like there's no not that because something is empty, it means like it doesn't exist or some shit like that. But like on some shit like there's no likeness to anything. Like there's no storeness to the store. There's no like you to you. There's no couchness to this couch I'm sitting on. you know, we all put labels on things,
Yeah.
and you know, we projecting what we see, so we gotta, you know, put something to it. That's just
Right. Right. We project our own value into perspective on everything, and like like that's
exactly right.
yeah,
Like, say I got a pen, right?
yeah.
I could write some raps with it. I think I said something like this at my release party. I'm not sure if he was there,
I don't think I
but
was. No.
yo, that shit was mad crazy. I'm not gonna front. But I did let niggas into meditation and all that. But I got this pen, right? You know, I could do everything a human has conceived to do with a pen. But you bring a dog into the room, the dog not gonna say, "Oh, pen, like I know my master has written with this." Da 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 da. That
Yeah.
nigga just gonna chew on it. It's a chew toy. It don't really register as pen. And I don't know, some blind nigga. What if he never heard about a pen? What if he blind and deaf? So like, you know, he don't even know what he touching for real.
Right.
If he like really uneducated. But like it's no nature to anything for real. Like if I got a glass of water, I see that as hydration. Da, da, da. Some niggas don't even like water. If a fly landed in that shit, that nigga gonna die.
Yeah.
It's like it's we all living. You could even be a fly in your next life if you really want some bullshit. Apparent, recorded or whatever study. But that's how I'm gonna get into the karma, because the karma pretty much, for a long story short, there's like 4 laws to karma. It's like we plant seeds pretty much. The first law is like oh yeah, the first law is like produces like. So like if I plant an apple seed, I'm gonna get an apple tree. You know, you can't plant the apple seed and expect orange or peaches or some shit. So like produces like. If you doing good, you're gonna receive good. You're doing bad, you're gonna receive bad. Second law is like the result is always bigger than the cause. Third law is there's no result without a cause. Fourth law is there's no cause without a result. So we pretty much experience everything that we do, all good and bad, because it's a ripening seed, like how I planted the apple seed. So when I
Right.
do something, like I got no label tatted on my wrist. So like if like produces like, that means other people are gonna get that tatted on their wrist sometime eventually whenever the seed ripens. But you pretty much do what you said. And you've been doing that for your past lives, and that's why you keep reincarnating. And apparently you did something good in your last life to be reincarnated as a human, because that's a strong amount of karma points. Your karma for good shit could run out. And
Right.
your karma for bad shit can run out too, depending on how you maneuver through this realm on some shit. And there's a lot that I can get into, but I'm gonna end up like having a whole class. What we do now, if you know that you planted some shit and you planted some bad shit, and that's the reason why we experiencing the reality that we live in, then we gotta start doing good so
Right.
that we can reap the benefit of it.
Right.
But
And sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say that's exactly what you're doing right now, and you've been doing that for some years. And I'm so happy to have you here because of that. Fucking what's cracking, everybody? It's been a while since I've done a cold open, but that felt like a great thing to open this out on. Welcome back to Real Notes. It's a goddamn Friday afternoon. Um,
that's
y'all
it.
can't y'all can't see the pizza behind this man's head on some funny Zoom shit, but there's a pizza behind this man's head on some funny Zoom shit. My name's
Yeah.
Dylan Green, CineMasai, got a lot of names, do a lot of shit outside, inside, all sides. And I'm with the yeah, I'm with somebody special that I've had the opportunity to kind of watch grow and develop into something super dope on some like conjuring wizard rap wizard shit. It's been beautiful to see you kind of come into your own, and like you're talking to me about like leading meditations at album release parties, and like this album is like the perfect type of thing to lead that off with. So that made me really happy to hear. But we got fucking we got fucking we got fucking yo OG is in the house. Part of part of fucking No Label. This Too Shall Pass has been out for it's been out for like 3 months, something like
Yeah,
that at this point.
yeah. I haven't really been paying attention to it like that.
Good.
Because honestly, it's like that's really just like a culmination of mad like beats. Because it's all produced by me except for like a couple bonus tracks produced by my son Doof.
Yeah.
So like also,
Shout out to Doof.
yeah, shit. Virginia got some class for it. And then we got Second Wizards from I think Ohio. Then we got my nigga Sig Brick from Texas. It was like 3 bonus tracks that I put on Bandcamp on some shit.
Right.
But for the most part, the whole shit is produced by me if you listen to it on Spotify. And
Yeah.
it was really just like a bunch of shit that I wasn't really like feeling, but I would play around the homies and niggas would be like, yo, nigga, you gotta release this shit. So, you know, I saw it as like something that would be like, anything I do after, I'm gonna really like, it's gonna really be like some pure essence shit. Like, nigga really gonna be on some real developing the craft type shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been working. I got like 5 projects on the way. It's so much going on, and the shit keep building up. I know you know Shamar. Me and him just met probably like 8 months ago or some shit, and we already been like scheming on some shit. I'm
Damn.
not even like that, but like yeah, it's really just like a clean slate. That's why I dropped it, so you could get a little catch up to what's going on if you was in the mustard on some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you now we're here.
Man. Bro, yeah. I mean, just like thank you for being here first and foremost. Thank you for the work. Thank you for I don't know. Like you've always, I mean, like from like I feel like I've known you for probably like a couple years at this point, and like everything you say and everything you do has always been so intentional. And just like thanks for being intentional and just like being down and for just like
You
everything
have to
y'all
be,
do. Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Easy.
Yeah, like once you I've been on some shit since I was like 10. Now since I was like 4, I remember I was like 4, niggas was on a school trip and we was like all in line, like walking down the block and shit. And I just looked up in the sky and I was just like, I looked at my hands and just like, what's really going on right now? Like, I'm really here right now and this all right. And I'm looking around, niggas just like walking. It's like, am I the only one that's feeling this right now? And it's just like, when you
Just
know you really got the control like that, it's like everything you do matter. You really
yeah.
gotta, you gotta muscle up for real. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
you
achieving
can't
consciousness
keep
type
stagnant.
shit. Yeah.
You can't stand still.
No. Nah, man, never that. And yeah, just like thank you for never standing still. I think that's a great way to put it. Like just like from the time I've known you and hearing your shit and seeing you do your thing live and just everywhere else. Just like thanks for doing you, and thanks for being solid, and thanks for being
And
cool.
it's not even like I was always like this either. Like I wasn't even some like I would never talk this much, bro. Like unless I really knew you, and I still wasn't even talking like that. Like it would be, I didn't even know I was gonna be doing this rap shit for real. But when I look back at it, music was always there. But I remember in middle school, I would be at my cousin crib and with my homies like Brandon and Rel and shit. Niggas be in the staircase skipping school and just like ciphering. They look at me like, yo, rap. It's like, I don't know what to say. Like, say some bullshit. And I wasn't even like, it was really some bullshit. But then it was like, I tapped into like Joey Bada and Pro Era and them. I remember niggas threw on number 99 and then Christ Conscious at the same time
Uh-huh.
after we was smoking. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Introduced me. I was on Odd Future and shit before that, but it threw me into a whole new world.
Right.
It was like the crystals and shit, da 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 da. And then like I don't know, it's like I started doing this music shit, and it's like you gotta be more of a social person, like, because if not, it's like what you really on, man. Nobody really gonna fuck with you. It's
Right.
being
Yeah.
weird. Don't nobody want to talk to somebody that's being weird.
Yeah, nah, and yeah, like not even on some like face to a name type shit, but just like being a person, like being around,
Like, yeah,
being
a
like
real
present,
person.
like being being present is so important. And like it like it just makes me really happy to hear that like you just talking about like number 99 and Christ Conscious, like those are two songs that when I first heard them, I knew to myself, like I heard them and I said to myself, like, oh, this is gonna, like, this is the type of shit, like if somebody, when somebody hears this for the first time and they've never heard this type of music before, it's gonna blow their entire brain open, like on some
Bro,
like, yeah, like so it makes me
and
happy
it's
to
funny,
hear you
I've been
say that.
tapping back into it. My fault, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
But
you're good.
like, I be at work and I don't got nothing but time, like just making pieces and shit, just listening to mad music. Cause I get to DJ and shit. Niggas got the Sonos set up. It's type fire. I'm not gonna front it. If I ain't have music, I don't know if I'd be like working the job. Like, the nigga be stressing me out. I ain't gonna front. But
Right.
but like I be tapping into like mad at the old shit, going back into the SoundCloud shit with like Ian Carter and all them niggas was like driving.
Yeah.
Niggas are making beats on SoundCloud and shit. I'm like just listening to that and like the old pro era shit. It's just like this music is still low key, even like the music that niggas is dropping now. Like everybody's dropping year after year, and it's just like niggas is actually dropping classics and niggas not even digesting it. We all
Right.
just in this consumerism state where like we gotta keep dropping shit if you want to like float.
Yeah, and like yeah, like keep people's attention. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But
Shit.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no. What?
I forgot what I was saying. Type fried.
Nah, you're good. I wanna get into everything you just said, but before we do, I wanna kick this off on some shit. So just because I'm curious, I'm gonna ask you the first question I ask everybody who comes on here, which is what was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Fucking Mad Max.
Oh,
The
Furiosa, the new one.
yeah.
How'd you like it?
So it was cool. It's cool, but it depends on what you're trying to watch the movie for. Like if you're trying to see shit blow up, niggas in the wasteland, down to your lives, niggas is really like wilding out the whole film. For the action type shit, it was pretty good. But like, I don't know, I was like, I fell asleep. I ain't fall asleep, but I was like starting to doze off because of how repetitive shit got. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like you walking into a door and you see this fire on the inside of the door frame, and you like, still walking there. Like, what you on, bro? But like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's like more or less where I'm at with it. Like I enjoyed it. I love the first one. I like the first one's one of the coolest things I've seen in the last 10 years, just in terms of like pure, like action spectacle shit. And like I mean like it's like also a really meaningful, thoughtful type of movie too. Like it has a lot to say about environmentalism and
Nah,
feminism and all
yeah,
that and all that good shit. But like this new one, I love the character of Furiosa so much, and her kind of evolution was what was keeping me tapped into the whole thing. Like the
nah,
action was
yeah, like that's what I fucked with.
yeah.
My fault.
No, you're good. You
Uh,
can keep going.
so like just seeing her grow and eventually, like, damn, I don't want to like spoil it, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like just seeing her grow that shit was amazing. Like she just learning how to fight on some shit. But like the way it just keep backpedaling is just like, damn, till the end.
Yeah,
Dude, yo,
yeah, not that. Yeah, no, I don't want to either. But there's like one scene in particular I really wanted to touch. Well, I mean, like we all know it happens because she's missing her arm in the other one, but just like her, just like really the thing that got me was just her devotion to everything. Like even like just her coming back for her ladies every chance she gets, and then like the scene where she loses her arm, like I at this point in my life, I can't imagine being so devoted to something or someone or no. I could imagine being so devoted to someone that I'd probably sever my arm just to like get out of there or get to be with them or some shit. But like it was, it's like just like her being so young and being so committed to like the cause that she was fighting for. Like whether she was like doing the shit for Immortan Joe or just kind of like off on her own dolo type shit. Like she was just down and ready to roll at all times. And I really it was just cool to see that kind of like I honestly would have like as cool as it was to see what we saw, it would have been cooler to see her get even a little bit older than she winds up being, to like the point like I would almost want to see it to like right before it takes place. What am I saying? Like right before the start of Mad Max Fury Road, like when she's like Charlize Theron age, as opposed to being like slightly younger and she's still like Anya Taylor-Joy. I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling right now, but there was just like I left with so many questions and so many other things I had wanted to see, which is cool. Like I don't think that makes the movie bad. I just it felt like they could have told a little more, which is crazy considering the movie's so long. But I liked it.
Yeah,
I
I was
I
wondering
also
if
thought it
there
was
was
cool.
gonna be something in the credits too,
Yeah, me too.
like after the credits. But
Yeah,
I guess
yeah,
only
not
Marvel.
yeah, no. What they trained us to do that shit too. Like they really they
Yeah,
trained an entire generation of people to like stay through
that's
the
the money
whole
grab.
credits. Yeah,
That's the money grab.
right. Yeah, no,
You
they
know,
they
once you get one, like niggas that's actually doing it and they do it right, like niggas gonna be waiting for the second one.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm like, cause like I was already in just off of Fury Road, but like if they were to come back and make like a proper sequel that brought like what's his face, Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron back and like all of them, like I'd be in on it. I don't know, like
Mm.
this was cool, and then on top of that, I got to see it in like the big like Dolby screen too, with like the crazy sound and the
Yeah, I
crazy
went to
sharp
do it
picture,
with
like yeah, yeah. No, that shit was
man.
tough.
That's the same. I forgot. Oh yeah, I went with my bro. I went with Miles.
Oh right, duh, yeah. No, shout out to Miles.
Yeah, yeah, he's the one that really like got me to like get him go see it.
hmm
Like I like going to the movies, but I probably wouldn't have went to the movies. I would have waited to like get it online. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be on soap movies. I think that's what it's called.
I feel it. Yeah, yeah. No, soap movies, 1, 2, 3 movies, all
Yeah,
that shit. We.
M43 TV.
hmm
That's one of them ones. That shit got everything on it.
Yeah. Nah, it's you like there's certain things like I love going to the movies. There's certain things that I can always just wait until they come out. Like the Mad Max shit, I knew I needed to see that on a big screen. Like that wasn't that
Right.
wasn't that wasn't gonna hit the same at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy. I'm happy I saw it on a big screen. I'm happy you saw it on a big screen and you realized like, yeah, this
Right.
is the one, or maybe not the one, but like the
Nah,
experience
yeah,
of
it
being at
was
the
something
movie
to
was,
do. Like it's
yeah,
just something
right.
that it's something about the movies. Like I got there immediately. I was thinking about the slushy shit mixed the red with the blue, more blue
Mm-hmm.
than the red. I
Yep.
got some churros and niggas shit like a garlic popcorn. And it's just like the act of going there. That's even why I like fuck with smoking. Like the ritual is just like getting getting to the product or getting to the destination after the
Yeah.
journey there. And then you know you actually got the shit together. You about to smoke or you about to watch the movie with your snacks and shit. You got the homies, like y'all chatting and shit. It's like hella cool. It's like a good energy in that. There's something euphoric about it.
Yeah, yeah, you know, yeah, like I've never, I mean, like I think about those things, but I've never like thought about it as like a process or like a ritual, but it is like there's steps to it. You know, like you show up and like get ready to do the thing, and then you do the, yeah, it's like you said, there's definitely like a sense of, I don't know, like it's comforting, like it's a routine thing, you know, and
Yeah.
it just feels good to me and to you,
Yeah,
you
low
know.
key for that same reason. That's why I don't even be tapped into a lot of like the trendy shows and shit.
Yeah,
Cause
I
like
get it.
a lot of it be just like I don't know. For some reason, I just don't be like interested in it. Like I'll dare throw on Adventure Time or SpongeBob or like regular show or some shit or Boondocks for like the thousandth time in a day before I like try and watch like a new movie or some shit.
I get it. Yeah, like that like yeah, I'm the same way with pretty much all of those, and then I throw like the Simpsons and Futurama in there too. Like shows that I've watched a billion times, but they just make me feel good and they're comfortable, and you know, like you know the beats, but the shit still makes you laugh, and
Yeah,
like that,
man.
yeah, like, I'm a like I like to
Even the
mix it up,
artwork.
but yeah, yeah,
Like,
you know,
I
like
love
it's
artwork.
same. Yeah, it's just like either seeing the original thing or seeing like slight tweaks and variations on the thing, depending, you know, like moving on from like season to season. Like particularly with a show like Adventure Time, you're like I feel like Adventure Time's animation generally got a bit smoother, like as it went on. And I never finished Adventure Time, and that's something I've been meaning to do for like 3 years. So I'm like actually about to tap in and like watch the whole joint front to
You
back.
got to, you
Like
got to. Like that's
I
crazy, bro. Like it's even in the earlier episodes when shit was all just like whimsical and like I guess free roam, they was still like alluding to mad shit and just dropping mad heavy shit. And like what it all turned into is just like so amazingly written. I mean, I don't know. I guess a lot of people, you know, kind of like Legend of Korra, like a
yeah.
lot of people don't really fuck with like how niggas write the story sometimes. I look you fuck with Korra, but I see what niggas mean sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the way that shit flipped in Adventure Time was crazy.
Yeah. Like I just never got the chance to finish it. And I always felt so silly because like all the homies were watching it and I just kind of jumped out and then never came back in. Like I'll watch it all the time and I love it. It just never really like I just never really fully finished it. And yeah, I've been talking to a lot of people about Korra lately. A lot of people I know weren't really fucking with Korra. I watched it when it first came out. I like Korra. I don't like it more than I like The Last Airbender, but I think
Yeah,
Korra is
nah.
cool. You
But
know,
yeah, I could throw
like
that on too. Like I
yeah,
watched Last Airbender a bunch too. Like, I love the season where he met Boo Paddock, and that nigga teach him about the chakras and shit. That shit
right,
was crazy.
right. Damn. See, and yeah, like it's been long enough that I haven't run Last Airbender. And I got the DVDs, so I might just do it on some yeah, no, I might just do it on some shit. I'm feeling it.
So
Um Damn. So okay, so I'm really happy you brought up the aspect of like ritual and of like routine, because now I get to ask what's the first movie experience you can remember having ever? It could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's house,
bruh,
it could be wherever the fuck. Like first thing that comes to mind.
I remember I was like 4 and my sister threw on Belly. And like I remember just seeing niggas walk in the club with the blue eyes and shit. See, that's another thing. Like all this shit was always around me. My other sister was always playing like the Blueprint and Jay-Z and shit.
Yeah.
From like niggas was just walking in the shit. And then shit just got like crazy. and then niggas dipped out, and the music is just blasting. Like that shit was just like it was just so encapturing. Like I never knew I wanted to do some shit that looked like that, but like it was just like damn. I didn't even know Hype Williams did it at first. But once I found out, like later on, it was just like, fuck, man. You know, you start
Yeah,
getting into the culture and shit and start trying to apply it. Like, I don't know. That shit was crazy. Like, it really hit me on some shit. Like the
yeah,
lighting and all that.
yeah. Belly's a
Shit really
classic,
set
bro.
the mood.
Yeah, nah,
Hell
man.
yeah, bro.
It's like, and
Maria.
I feel like I feel like I might have mentioned this a couple times on here. Like Belly's the type of movie I just love to look
Mhm.
at. Like I love looking at it. I love the performances. I love the way it sounds. I love the way it feels. Like the story, the story's not great, and that's fine because it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be great. Like
yeah.
it's and that's cool because like it works on every other level. It
It's
really is
everything
just
you
like a
want in a gangster movie.
right, bro.
Like you got fucking damn. I ain't trying to get pussy. You got fucking all the drug shit and the money. Niggas getting fly and shit. Club scenes, strip clubs, shawties. It's just so much drama,
And the
relationship
soundtrack,
drama.
yeah, like the
Yo, the
soundtrack
soundtrack
too.
shit.
Like
Like it's just a whole package.
yeah, man. Like that, I want to say that opening like 10 minutes, like when they're first in the club and like the movie opens, like that's some of
Mm.
the that's like some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen in a movie ever in my life. Like if the movie
Just
was
throw you
just
right
that,
into it.
yeah, you know, like because like that's not an easy thing to do, but just the whole atmosphere, it just works. Like Hype Williams is amazing at that. Like he was amazing at like creating an atmosphere and just throwing you right into it. Like you never really get a chance to breathe in his shit. Like everything's already like in motion or established when it
It's
starts.
like
Like you
you right
and
there with everything.
right. And you can say that about any of his videos too. And like that just but like that comes through so perfectly in Belly. And it's just like it's so easy to get caught up in that experience that like I'll look back on it and think about like the whole like yeah, him going to Africa at the end of the movie was kind of weird. But like but you know, like
Yeah.
you don't even think about it too tough because it just works. You know,
It's
like
like, all right.
everything about it. Like yeah,
Especially if you listen to this nigga Nas music, it's like, all right, whatever.
yeah,
Let me
bro,
check.
but
I can.
be what I want to be. Fucking man,
Exactly.
Godson underappreciated Nas album. I'm gonna say that.
I forgot.
That's
It's crazy how niggas don't fuck with it.
yeah,
I forgot what was on that, but I know Hate Me Now is on that.
yeah. Hate Me Now's on it. I can obviously.
Oh, word,
Um,
okay.
uh, yeah, nah. That like I don't know. Like not you know like
You gotta fuck with that.
Nas's Nas's record isn't it's not spotless, but you know like Made You Look's on there. Made You Look is fucking crazy.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Um yeah, Thugs Mansion's on here. Yeah, no, it's a solid album.
Nah, yeah.
I think people are kind of cruel to it, but
Two
but
classics.
but before we move on, I might have said this once. If I haven't, I got a pair of like fake Cartiers from like Zenny or yeah Zenny where like you like where you can like make your glasses and shit. I got those specifically because of the ones Nas had on in Belly when he like when he's in like the diner and he's got like the gold rim glasses.
Yeah.
I was like, I want those. So like
Nah, word.
the glasses I have are because of Nas and Belly. So you know that movie means a lot to me. That's
Nah,
just,
yeah. Should be hella inspired. Uh, I feel like cool niggas don't really be talking about is like dope. It wasn't that crazy, but I don't know. I just like the idea of like some black kids, like you're not really like a on the radio. You're not really like on the radar on some shit because you like just you know, an outlier in the field. You just a nerd about shit. You just infatuated with the other side of the game type shit.
Yeah.
But because of that, you able to maneuver up into the fields and like do shit that niggas wouldn't even be able to think of because you done experienced it all through your like devotion to like, I don't know, whatever you been tapped into for it. And it's like when you really put your mind to it, you can make anything happen.
Yeah, like so Dope is a movie I loved when I first saw it. I saw it again. I liked it a little less after, and I haven't checked it again since. But I know like when I watch yeah, no, I know when I watch it again, I know when I watch it again, I'm probably really gonna enjoy it. Like it was like you said, it wasn't that crazy, but it was just like I don't know. I had never really seen that type of movie done that type of way before. Yo, my fault. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to shout out the all-new Real Notes Patreon page real quick. If you're looking for ways to connect and directly support the podcast, the Real Notes Patreon is the best way to do so. For as little as $5 a month, you can gain early day-before access to every forthcoming episode of Real Notes, as well as an invite to the Real Notes Discord server, where you can talk to others about the latest and greatest in movies and music, come through for some listening sessions, and talk about whatever else is on your mind. I know I'm going to be talking a bunch. If you feel like coming up off a little bit more, you could get cool exclusive content like audio from Real Notes Live and Real Talk interviews. Those will be exclusive to patrons and ticket holders moving forward. Access to retro versions of my 60-second Minute Maid movie reviews, and even a monthly writing and podcasting workshop hosted by me. Regular episodes will still be available on a weekly basis anywhere you get your podcasts, but if you want the extras, you gotta come out them pockets a bit. Check us out at patreon.com/realnotes. That's REELNOTES. I appreciate your consideration and support more than you know. Now let's get back to talking. And the only the only thing that distracted me so bad, Shameik Moore's wig, the fucking high top fade wig he had on, looked so bad.
That
That
was
shit
a
was
wig. I
it,
thought
it
I thought he intentionally got shit looking crazy. Like they had him sleep on it like a couple days or shit. Like don't call me.
see. So to me, it looked like a wig. If it wasn't a wig, it looked like a wig, and that's even worse. Like there were a couple scenes where it
Yeah.
was. There's a couple scenes where it's like a little
Yeah, his shit
crooked
was
and
just
shit.
matted as fuck and just
Yeah,
nasty. It was like, yo, what the fuck you got going on, dog? But his
yo.
shit was tight cool though.
Yeah, no, like yeah, no, yeah, fucking the movie's funny and thoughtful. I mean, you know, like great soundtrack, like all like 90s or early 2000s shit. Rocky and Vince Staples are in it. They're both really good. Lakeith Stanfield's in it. He's like the bully who tries to take his shoes. Like
Oh yeah, word. Damn, I
he's
forgot
real.
about that.
Yeah, no, like I'm remembering it all now that we're talking about it. Also, I think that might have been the first time I'd ever seen Bitcoin referenced in a movie. And it's just like,
Mm.
damn, that feels like but like that feels like it happened 20 years ago, which is funny. But
Yo, well, it's crazy how we in 20. We about to be in 2020. We halfway through the year, nigga.
bro,
About to be
like
2025.
yeah, no, it's really about to be 2025 in 6 months. That shit is fucking crazy.
Like, I'm about to be 24. Like
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah, nah, you're not like just like all the you're yeah, like you're not even 25 yet, man. Shit's crazy. Wow.
So I ain't even
Like,
24 yet.
nah,
And it's so much that I'm like inexperienced on too. Cause it's like, I don't know, my mom was real like she was real protective over me and some shit. So
mhm.
like I don't know. I remember going to my man's crib this one time, and this nigga lived on my block. He was like having a cookout on some shit, and I like everybody on the block was going to the shit. So I was like, y'all trying to go? I asked my sister, cause my mom out there. She like, hell no. I'm like, man, niggas going in. Niggas like, come on, niggas. Nah, they wasn't like, come on, but like, niggas is going in and shit. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not about to stay on the block. So I like pretty much just went in there. Like I was like, yo, nah, like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna front. Like, let me in real bit. And then I was just chilling, cause I don't know, I ain't never like get to experience shit like that. Like my mom ain't never let me stay at nobody's crib. Niggas couldn't have nobody at the crib. And like, I don't know, I was just standing there with my cup of water, They looking around and shit at all the festivity. Niggas is like, oh, you want something? I'm like, no, I'm chilling. Just trying to like vibe, like just I ain't trying to leave a footprint or nothing. And then like my nigga Nas come in, he like, yo, your sister outside, like she looking for you. And I'm like, oh shit. Bruh. I came out, I was like, yo, I'm not gonna front, like, yo, just act like I was standing right here, bro. Like I was just chilling. Like he went across the street, he like, yo, she said come here, bro. I'm like, damn. It's like
Damn. Okay.
I'm getting like blacked on in front of the whole block. I went back inside. I think I got beat that night by my mom's. I love my mom. Like, yeah, she was like really like it took a while for her to let go as of recently.
Mhm. Yeah, and like that's it can be weird and tough kind of being hovered over and sheltered like that. But like once you get out, and I mean like we all kind of have those experiences, like regardless of whether or not anybody knows, like people manage, people sneak around. It just is what it is, especially as kids. But while all of that's going on, um when did music first come into your life? Like when did that become like capital M music for you?
And one mixtape. I remember my mom friend Pat. This this was her homegirl from like I don't know how long, but I know they just been like this for it. And like she would like put me on. She would give me all the mixtapes and shit from like volume 1 and to like 9 or some shit. Nah, to like 10, and give me all the merch. I had like and one shorts, shirts, basketball, all that. Like I was like geeked up for that shit. And then
Damn.
like I remember just turning on the first one, and you hear like the shit, the main theme song that goes like that shit is like. Then they like it got this nigga Do Tango like yelling on the shit, and it's like you got all the like niggas like Hot Sauce, Ayo, like all singing like,
Uh-huh.
hey, yo, check this out, da, 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 like this shit. It was just like I don't know, they did the fuck out that shit. Like I'm pretty sure everybody wanted to be a street baller at some point watching
E-
N1. Like if you watch
Easy,
that shit,
bro.
like you have to catch the bug. Like I was in the crib, like making basketball hoops out of all that shit just because of that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the soundtrack, I remember hearing like I guess Fabulous and Terror
Yeah.
Squad and
Yeah.
MOP, mad shit. Like what Prodigy.
Yeah. 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 Prodigy had a song on
So
one of
much
them.
shit that I didn't even know until I discovered like now, Like I've been around music for a minute. Even Adult Swim. Like remember back
Right.
when like all of the bumps and shit
Yep.
was like all black and white with the letters, and they would play like beats by Madlib and Flying Lotus and everybody. I
Yep. Yep.
wouldn't
Yep.
even it like it was right under my nose. Like how I was saying, like I couldn't rap in middle school or nothing until I got to like till I was like 15, 17. Like for some reason I just wasn't diving into it. Like I was listening to Flying Lotus and Madlib before I could have even knew. But I'm just getting like super tapped into this shit like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Like even this whole like past like Tyler the Creator and maybe a little bit of Earl Sweatshirt, it was like I don't know. I was just like on the surface for some reason. I wouldn't know unless my cousin would put me on or some shit. And then it's like, okay, now I'm in like this world. I fuck with it, and I'm like, I don't know. It took me a minute to like start really like diving into the culture. Like I really wasn't even privy to this whole like new renaissance or whatever you may call it that we a part of now. And it's like so cool to like stumble upon it and just be a part of it. Cause it's like, I was just a kid, just like watching all this shit happen, like skate videos,
Yeah.
fucking Baker videos, charity video, like just mad shit,
Yeah.
And it's like it's a whole world that been under your like I keep saying that shit. It's a whole world that you just adjacent to, and all it takes is one look or one little speck of interest. And it's also funny because it's somebody in the world that don't know about that shit at all. Still, like
Right.
to this day.
Yeah, and then they'll get the chance to stumble all over it, and then it's just like, oh, like I'm here now. Like this has been here. Like where has this been my
Yeah.
whole life? Type shit.
Like I be playing music while I'm making pizza and shit all the time, and niggas be walking in the shop, and niggas be like bopping their head to the music. Some people like no, cause I be playing like old music like Tribe, so it's a lot of old heads in Park Slope. They be
Yeah.
like white niggas walking in, they be like, oh, this Q-tip, and I'm just like, yeah, he's like this Tribe, I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, what you know? You look young. It was a couple of like cool people that walked in, like DJs and shit, and niggas like show their respect. It's hella cool. Like I don't know, I love music because it just be like it it really provides a space for anybody to just connect for real.
Yeah. And just like be themselves, and like not even just be themselves, but like find themselves like in a thing, and then help that, and then like have that help them kind of like bolster themselves and give them confidence, and just like give them the whatever necessary to just push them out into the real world and be like, this is me on some shit. And
Like
I'm curious because you said you kind of came into not even just all of this, but like music late generally. So like when did you first stumble into all of this? Like when did like yeah, yeah. When did you
like I
stumble into
said,
all this?
like
Yeah.
I said earlier, like my sister put me on to like Mad at the Blueprints.
Yeah.
She bought me graduate. I remember she bought me graduation when that shit first came out, and I put that shit on in my god sister room because she had like a radio player and shit, and that shit took CDs.
Yeah.
And like, bruh, I remember listening to Good Morning, like the shit just go boom, 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 like the beats just knocking. It's just like,
Yeah.
what? I
Dun,
didn't
dun,
even know
dun,
about
dun, dun.
Kanye post to that like graduation. I mean, not graduation. College dropout,
Right.
fucking like I was hearing songs like Heard 'Em Say and all that because I'm watching MTV and VH1 and shit. Because low key niggas had Direct TV. Nah, niggas had Optimum at one point,
Mm.
and like that shit came with like VH1 and like all them shits. So
Yep,
like
yep,
I'm
yep.
watching all that and I'm peeping like some shit, but I never had like a means to like research it, I guess, or like have a laptop to tap in. And then when I'm at school, niggas is only like playing games and shit. So it's not like I never really had anybody around me besides my sisters playing be like the surface mainstream shit, you know? Not
Yeah.
even that. Nah, yeah, Kanye type. No, bro, that's Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Shit, good music.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, nah. He was making music for Jay before he ever made music for himself. So
Yeah,
yeah, he he
like
he was he was
it was all big time music that I was tapped into
right.
at first.
Felt. So when did you when did you start to get more tapped into like the more granular stuff, like to kind of bring it a little forward in time, like specifically like the stuff that we're all kind of swimming through right now? Like when was your first exposure to all that?
So like one, you got the Adult Swim shit, but I never
Uh-huh.
tapped into it until I couldn't even tell you because like at first, I remember listening to Waves for the first time in like 2012 on my stoop, and I was in like middle school, but
Yeah.
it didn't catch me like Joey Badass, and it
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
catch me. I don't know what it was, and then like it was just that moment when my like we smoking and shit in the staircase, and my cousin playing like shit off Before the Money, and then like I'm getting tapped into the Pro Airway. Then I start like stumbling into Doom. But then the niggas I was around wasn't fucking with Doom and shit. Niggas be like, yo, turn this off. This nigga not on beat and shit. And then just like, okay. I don't know. I guess whatever. Niggas listening to like Drake and Lil Wayne and shit, and like Big Sean and all this shit. You know, it's 2012. I ain't really
Yeah.
even know about the SoundCloud wave and the beats and shit until like the shit was dead, like 2018. And then even then, when it got to 2018, all I knew was like Playboy Cardi, XXX Tentacion, and now other shit like that. But even then, I was still tapped into that Joey Badass and like I was listening to Vince Staples around then and like
Yeah.
a little bit of Earl Sweatshirt. But I wasn't really too like invested in the culture until like I really started feeling like I want to make this shit. Cause I don't know, even when I did start making music, I was still like on my own shit. Like I wasn't really too tapped into other niggas outside of Joey Badass and like Tribe Called Quest. I was really stuck in like a capsule of the '90s on some shit.
Right.
I had the flat top. I had my shit looking like a juice fade. I had that shit looking mad high. I
Let's
was getting
go.
part in the front. I had the part in the, I had my shit looking like Bishop shit. How it was like 2 levels, two steps. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
mad shit. Wearing like baseball jerseys, Jordans, all that shit.
Yeah, no, you were like the kid from Dopes.
Yeah, I was like infatuated in the culture crazy. I don't know what it
Right.
was.
And that's
But
cool, bro. You know, I
even
was
then,
too.
it's just like that was like that was just the skin of it. Like I still ain't even like niggas is saying like brand Nubian and like leaders of the new school and all this other shit that started it. And I'm still not tapped in. But I'm kind of like going in a crazy path. What was I trying to say? Oh
About wanting
yeah,
to make,
so
yeah.
like I started making music, and then it get to a point where niggas is like actually I don't know. Like when I dropped my first song, niggas was there like, yo, this shit actually kind of good, and I'm like, word, really? And then I start like leaning into it a little more, and then you start getting comparisons and shit, and then you like, who this? And then I started listening to this nigga Earl Sweatshirt more, this nigga Tevye. Uh, then like maybe around 2019 or 2020, a little bit before the pandemic, my nigga Bam threw on this nigga Mike video, and it was God's with me. Nah, it was
Mm.
What's Home, and then he threw on
Mm.
God's with me, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then like I don't know, it's just crazy how like shit just be happening. But like, long story short, I'm meeting mad niggas. I meet my bro. Damn, I don't even know if I'm answering the question.
No. You're answering the question. And no, you answered the question, and you're actually already moving into like what I was gonna ask you anyway, which is like when this was when when you yeah, so two part question. When did you first decide that this was gonna become more than just a hobby and a thing you were gonna like pursue on some shit? And then I was gonna ask when no label came into everything, like when y'all like but before we get to no label,
That's a long
what
story.
yeah, when did you like you're already kind of in the thick of it. So just like when did you know music was gonna become more than just like a thing you wanted to make and was like a thing you wanted to pursue and be a part of type shit?
So like, all right, I'm about to give you the jump. One, I never thought I was gonna ever be this deep into music.
Right.
Ever.
I could tell.
Nigga, I was in the crib playing Xbox, Call of Duty, all that with my niggas. I wasn't even fucking with niggas at school because niggas was on weird shit and just like I don't know. I was taking part of a little shit, niggas is getting shorties and shit. And like, niggas like niggas is doing young nigga shit.
Yeah.
But like fucking nigga, I was in the crib like on my Xbox. I had niggas. I know niggas that I still know today, like from like Chicago. Fucking oh, shit was good again. Chilling. Yeah. This nigga Lawrence Cole just walked in the spot.
Hey, tell Skull I said what's up.
I'm gonna tell him when he come back up. He would have shot
Yeah, no, yeah, no worries, no worries.
But no fucking yeah. I was, bro. It was my nigga Isaac from Chicago, my nigga Julian from Baltimore, my nigga Marcus from Texas. Then I knew niggas from New Zealand, fucking nigga. I knew niggas from everywhere, all because of Xbox, right?
Right.
Like, but I hung out with these four niggas that I just named. The niggas is all like tapped into mad shit, and they put me on the mad shit too. My nigga Isaac, the reason why I even like be on this like super crazy like conspiracy theory type shit, because he put me onto the Anunnaki as soon as he met me in the co-op lobby of Saints Row 2. That nigga hopped in the lobby impersonating Tyrone Biggums and started just like he really like put me on some like real black shit for real.
Yeah.
Like he a real nigga for that. He steered me into some good learning. How you doing? I guess it look like I work here, but yeah, like fucking I boom. These niggas is like freestyling and shit. They like writing raps. I remember it was this nigga from Canada but my nigga Julian was beefing with, and niggas was there having a rap. Like I could show you the rap battle that niggas still got up on YouTube. That's like 11 years old.
That's
And like,
hilarious. Oh my god.
bro, this shit is comedy. I ain't going front. My nigga Julian got fried. This nigga Rastas. But like, I ain't going front. It was like he dropped like 616 in LA on some shit.
Yeah.
He geeked for his time. I'm not going front. But yeah, you got shit like that inspire me. And then like eventually it gets to a point where I'm like showing niggas in my school, and I'm like a freshman, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a freshman, and niggas is fucking with it. I went to BCAM, Brooklyn Community Arts and Media High School, on Willoughby and Franklin. If you know, you know. You know, niggas know BCAM if you know. It's a lot of niggas that do shit in New York know about BCAM and shit. And like,
Yeah.
fucking, yo, my nigga Buddy got his birthday today. Niggas money. I'm gonna let you know it's at the bar. I bet. Straight to you. Yo, Dylan said what up. I'm talking. But where was that? Oh yeah. So I'm a freshman and shit, and like, you know, at this point, I'm like pretty proficient with the internet. I'm using Facebook and shit, just like pretty much tap in and see like who, nigga. I know niggas in Florida that I met probably in like 2019. Like I don't know if you know who Kenny H is, but I know niggas in Florida that Kenny H know that we ain't knew each other until like me and him met type shit. And like, you know, I'm just using the internet like crazy, adding niggas who I think like make music, I think is cool and all that. And
Yeah.
eventually I come across my nigga Bam. I came across Diani and probably a couple other niggas. I started just like hanging around that circle of people. And they was fucking with me and telling me that my shit was cool too. So it made me step into it even more. And then I don't know, I was doing this shit strong for like a good 3 years, 4 years, until like one summer I met my nigga. You know who Kanda Malik is?
I do actually, yeah.
So one summer, I'm just chilling on my stoop with my niggas that live in my building. The old heads niggas be drinking and shit. I'm with these
Yeah.
niggas drinking pretty much. Just being a product of my environment on some shit, just for fun. And like, this nigga Camden walk up, and he like, yo, you got some Pronto? And I'm like, where this nigga from? Like, but like, I'm like, yeah, bro, like, of course. You trying to roll up? He like, hell yeah. And then he like ended up just chilling with us on the stoop. And then eventually we get into the music. And he like, oh, you make music and shit, da 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 da. And then I'm like, yeah. He like, you got videos? I'm like, nah, I don't really know no cameraman or nothing like that. And he like, bro, you don't need none of that shit. I'm not gonna lie, props to Camden because he the one that really like put the battery in my back to like really start putting my mind to the shit and make anything that I want happen damn near, you know? So
Right.
like he telling me that shit, and then eventually he bring me to the crib on Vernon, and like damn near everybody. I start meeting niggas slowly, like around then I met Taka, Daryl, King, uh, a couple homies of the older community, like in slums.
Yeah.
Shout out them niggas for real.
For real. Yeah. No, shout out to all
But,
three of them, bro. They're amazing.
after that, I started hanging out with my nigga Camden a lot more. He put me on the mash. He had me like Camden, a real ass nigga. He was like really helping a nigga out with his music shit. He was helping put bread in my pocket and all that. I was just some young nigga like making music, and he. I ain't gonna front this nigga be like Camden fuck with everybody. I'm not gonna front. If it's a nigga you just met, that nigga Camden probably know. I'm not gonna front.
Hmm.
But after that, I started meeting like uh oh yeah. So like a key moment, like I was at this nigga Bam crib and he put on mic and shit, and then like literally a month later, I meet this nigga, or 2 months later or some shit, I meet this nigga Camden, and then Camden start bringing me to the crib, but I still ain't even like know about the shit. Like I'm in the crib with niggas and I'm chilling, and like you know about the Freedom Man t-shirts, like these
Yeah.
shits,
Yeah.
like
I've been wanting one of them shits for years, bro.
Bruh, I'm chilling in the crib and niggas like, yo, you want a shirt? I'm just like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm not trying to like do too much on some shit. Niggas is like asking me if I want to come to shows and shit. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. I'm about to go back to the crib. Da 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 da. Like again, some shit right under my nose, and I'm not even like aware of it. Oh, I be tapped in, but I be aloof to a lot of shit still, I guess. But fucking yeah, it was like I don't know. I started, yeah, pretty much. I like started meeting niggas one by one, and like niggas is like pretty much just clicking. Yo, I fuck with your music and shit. Then I really started hanging out with my nigga Daryl, and he started telling me how to like teaching me how to make beats and shit. Like, and then shit just, I don't know, the confidence just only grows, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm still a young nigga, but I don't know. A lot of people say I'm type old minded or whatever, old style, old
Yeah.
fashioned, old soul.
Old soul. Yeah.
But like, you know, oh, this nigga Swoop calling me. Sure, Swoop. But this nigga, oh shit. Damn, I done lost my train of thought.
You talking about Daryl teaching
Uh
teach you how to produce and
yeah. So I started making beats and shit.
yeah.
And like it's really like a lot of the shit that became a part of this Two Shall Pass. And like I'm gonna get into the no label shit now because this is eventually like, nah, that's not even it. I started, damn, I skipped the whole part. I ain't really told niggas about Divine Records.
Mm.
Shout out, my nigga King Divine and Javi Darko and Authentic and all the niggas that was a part of Divine for real. It started as some shit that was just me and my nigga John. We like really felt like we could like do this shit, and we started like eventually added niggas onto the collective, and niggas was really doing this rap shit. Like, we was going to shows. Like, I don't know. Before I knew it, my nigga JB, my engineer that my brother-in-law had linked me up with, this nigga showed me Ja, and then like we met up and eventually just clicked. And then mad shit just started happening after that, like mad fast. I don't I don't even know how this shit like really like domino affected like that for real. But I mean, I kind of do now that I think about it. But you know, all that momentum and attention like really became some shit. But niggas eventually fell out, and then like niggas still on like a sort of planetary basis. But it kind of ended on some bad terms in a way that I really wish it didn't end on. Like, now that I'm in like a newer state of mind, that's like more understanding and got like more wisdom and shit.
Right.
Those my niggas for real. Yeah, those my niggas for real. Okay. But like after that whole thing happened, um niggas after that happened, I was just like dolly for a minute. Like it was a minute before I found John them because I started like I don't know, it always hits a point where I feel like I gotta like just get away from everything and everybody and just like be by myself. But then eventually, like being by yourself, your idle mind just like start wandering places, and you like, you wish you had people to share something with, like a shorty, some homies, something, nigga. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Eventually, all those things started like really coming in. I met my nigga Amiri Michael. Shout out that nigga, bro, because
Yeah.
that nigga hit me up like, yo, bro, I fuck with your shit. Da 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 da. This around the time I'm oh shit. This around the time I'm working on my shit called Grand Course Combo Meal.
Yeah.
And like this nigga sent me like fucking 15 beats. Like off the first three messages. And then like this nigga helped me finish like damn near half the tape. And maybe like a couple like months later after releasing this shit, I start seeing more niggas up in my story and shit. Then I see my nigga Funk. I'm like, who this nigga Funk for food? And like fucking I hit this nigga up. He like, yo, I'm from Denver, da 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 da. I'm moving to Brooklyn. I mean, I'm moving to like the Heights for Manhattan. Like, yo, we gotta link up. So we link up, and it's like I knew that nigga like for I don't know how long.
Felt like you
It
knew him
was
for your whole
crazy.
life. Yeah, that's tight. I love relationships like that.
Me and that nigga, I ain't gonna front. It's the same with all of us because I feel like we the same nigga, just in different skin. Like, or just like we come from the same. I don't know, star system or some shit. Like that shit crazy. But
Mhm.
like we started making music like immediately. Then he like, yo, I got my bro Peyton. Da, 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 da. He go to NYU. This nigga mad smart. He be like, he's studying for a PhD and all this other shit. And like fucking yeah, he's telling me about Peyton and shit, and I'm a little intimidated. Like I don't know if I want to like. I don't know if I really want to. Yeah, I'm just sitting on the floor talking about.
Nah, you're good.
But like, uh, I'm like low key intimidated because I'm like, damn, I don't know. Like, cause you know how niggas be when they go to college and shit. A lot of niggas be full of themselves and all that other shit. But I met this nigga and it was the same. James, we met at this ass spot off like Astor Place, and like I don't know, it's that one block where Search and Destroy is
Oh,
and like two bros and all
that
that.
that's St. Mark's.
Yeah, St. Mark's. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But and that's crazy too. But so yeah, now it's me paying the James, and then the Mary like knew these niggas, like then knew these niggas. So he like, yo, y'all niggas know each other? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm here.
Oh, he like, yo, y'all niggas know each other? Yo, we all gotta link up. This nigga turns out, all right, so cool. This nigga Peyton go to NYU. Mary went to Columbia. Peyton somehow got some ties in Columbia. I think, like, I don't know. I forgot how that worked. But, like, Peyton had access to a bunch of shit in NYU, too. So, like, I guess niggas, like, didn't know each other. So, you know, it's like 4 of us. And then it's a married homie, Tamar. Isaiah. We call him Izzy and shit. And, you know, at first, that was like the first 5. And, like, we all linking up. And shit is just like magic. Like niggas going to shit everywhere we going to, like, this around the time this nigga Mike dropped, I think Disco, or a little bit before that. Or nah, yeah, a little bit before that into that. Niggas is like going to the shows. Around the time it was like a whole bunch of shit like bubbling up. And like, you know, niggas is pretty much like in the aftermath of that. And eventually Izzy like leaves the group due to like some like, you know, life complications or some shit. And then my nigga Nas hit me up trying to like be a part of the group too. And I was a little skeptical at first. I wasn't really like, I don't really be like, I knew who he was because you know, Josiah Steves.
Yeah.
So we got he got like this group called Infamy and like or Collective. And like it was just mad at his homies, like, and Nas was a part of it, like hanging out with niggas and shit. And like I knew them from that shit because, you know, niggas was going crazy on the art scene, like really putting on for New York, da 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 da. And like eventually he hit me up and I'm just like, okay, word, I know who you are. But, you know, niggas just lost like Izzy. It was just like the waters was a little timid. But eventually like I softened up and like, you know, I like welcomed him in. Or we welcomed him in. And, you know, shit just started like, I don't even know. Like, nah, as a matter of fact, we linked up at WKCR because my nigga Mary in Columbia was running a radio station and shit. And we was like always DJing and shit on the radio. I used to bring my SP and shit all the time. And like it was one day where Nas had pulled up and we was in the back room with all the mics and shit. And niggas recorded the first song on Burgundy called Action.
Yeah.
And Burgundy is a project produced by me and my homie Peyton.
Yeah.
Low-key, that's one of the 5 projects that I'm working on right now. It's like a continuation of Burgundy. Yeah. It's like, you know how niggas had Mad Villainy, and then they dropped the low-key Mad Villainy 2, or the beats was flipped with a couple new joints.
Yeah.
Niggas trying to like pretty much one-up Burgundy. So it's gonna be like a little Burgundy 2 or whatever.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I was just banging Burgundy earlier today, so that's good to hear. With that.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Come on,
but
man.
Yeah, niggas linked up and made that one song, and that shit just started like happening for real. I guess we was all. I kind of niggas be calling me the mayor because I kind of already like know niggas. Like I know mad heads, and I don't even know how I did it. It all started with Facebook, and I was just adding niggas for real. Right. But like, I don't even know like that shit just started like not moving like wildfire, but pardon me, excuse me. As far as the community, we really been making moves. Like niggas is doing shows with my nigga Tyler. He got this shit going on. My nigga Merker with Tyler. He got this shit going on called Silk Fest. We did a couple shows at this shit called the Living Gallery in Myrtle. Niggas did Baby's All Right twice in 1 year. Yeah. Then niggas started meeting mad other heads and like at Studio 110, like just doing mad shows. We went on like a whole 2-year run. And it's just like niggas is still getting to know each other for real. Like we just jumped into this shit and started making music together. Like, I don't know, it almost felt like we had to on some shit the way it just happened. Like, not that it had to, but the way it just like started working out, it was just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
And like and yeah, no, like before we move on to Burgundy and then to This Too Shall Pass, like it's the thing that's really striking me is like how miraculous it all turned out. Like y'all just so happened to either know all the same people or like you knew enough people that eventually the degrees of separation just turned into like, oh, like niggas are just like clashing,
mm-hmm.
like on some good shit. So like, like I know it's only been like 2 years and you've kind of, like you said, things haven't like exploded, but y'all have done a lot in those 2 years and kind of like shown up places, played shows, made impressions, made connections. Like, what is it like? What do you feel it is about No Label, just like between the 5 or 6 of y'all, that you feel like? Do you feel like there's any aspect of No Label that's made you better as both like a rapper and a person? Like
Hell yeah, bro.
yeah, nah, how is No Label enriched your life, son?
So like, yeah, that's a crazy question. First off, we all make each other better just by being around each other and having our separate tastes. But like
Yep.
how I said, we like the same nigga in different skin. So like
Right.
niggas all been in similar places that would trigger similar mind states and similar patterns where like niggas like certain shit. So like when we come together, that shit is like Voltron or some shit.
Yep.
And like uh it's like where any one of us lack, another one of us pick up and teach us how to do something, and it's like constant growth and improvement. And like I don't know, my niggas be putting me on to so much shit, and I'm doing the same for them. And like I go back into shit I was talking about earlier with like producers like. We got like an infinite karma train going, just helping each other out and just like holding each other up. Because before this no label shit, one, we all friends. And on top of that, we all got our own shit going on.
Right.
We all got to help each other get this big picture going. And we got our own narrative to help each other like write to and be a part of. And it's just like a blessing how this shit like really worked out for I ain't gonna cry. I'm like highly grateful I met these niggas because on some shit, I don't know. I'll do anything for niggas for real. Like I'll be out on the battlefield with my sword on the front lines type shit.
Yeah, I believe it. And I believe it easy. Like just seeing the way y'all move. Um, be like y'all open for Jamonte at the end of last year, and
Right.
like I don't think everybody was there, but like we all just kind of got to like commiserate for a good little minute and talk, and then of course like y'all did the show, and just like watching the way you move on stage, like I could tell this is some like for life shit, and like y'all aren't just doing this just because
Right.
y'all just so happen to like the same thing. Like y'all like each other, y'all like being around each other, y'all like bigging each other up, and like that even
Right.
extends to just like how the projects come about. Like you and Buddy make Burgundy together, and
Mm-hmm.
like and like the
And there's
thing.
so much more shit coming, bro. Me and Funk got Outbound Pain. I'm name
See,
dropping. Me and me and Nas working on some shit. We got
yeah,
mad shit in the cut, produced by everybody. Me and the Mary been scheming on shit since we met.
bro,
Fuck yeah.
yeah,
Shout out Big Flowers. We got some shit coming called Garrett
yeah.
Flower.
Shout out to Michael. Yeah, always.
For real, like yo, it's well,
See,
I don't know. I'm excited.
yeah, as you should be. And yeah, I'm happy you brought up Amiri because the two of y'all put out one of my favorite songs of last year. The Krabby Patty Formula song is fucking crazy. I still play
Yeah,
that shit. I love that damn song. Like
you know, crazy story about that.
what?
Um, you know how it's a video for it now. How I just dropped it,
Uh-huh.
bro. I remember that song happened when I first met Amiri, and I was still in Divine Records.
Damn.
Like, Like that shit was crazy.
So you've been
Like,
sitting on that for a little while.
yeah, it's been like that's like a 3-year-old joint.
Damn. Yeah, no,
It was crazy. I was still held weight all through all that time.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
like if
like
that's
niggas got so much more aspect niggas like that.
right, if that's the type of time y'all were on 3 years ago, then I can't wait to see what type of time y'all are on now. Like that's nuts. Damn. Um. So with what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so with Burgundy. So like the thing I loved so much about Burgundy when it first dropped, and what I still love about it now, is like it's so like this like these beats are so bright, they're so soulful, like they really do feel like rays of sunshine type shit to me. But you're still rapping yourself like you're still rapping about like getting up out the ocean and just like making it through like the thing like the one song that always catches my ear whenever I run the whole thing back is Manifesto, the one with you and Carter on it.
Okay,
Like
that's hard.
like
Yeah,
like I
that's
like
really hard.
yeah, nah, like that, yeah, like yeah, like that beat and both of y'all verses are just like really, it's just really special to me. And I think and I think I realized why when I was re-listening to This Too Shall Pass. Like it's funny hearing now that this too shall pass is made up of a bunch of songs that are not only older but stuff that you weren't fucking with, because to me Manifesto is almost like a like that's like the bridge between Burgundy and This Too Shall Pass to me.
Uh,
Like
yeah.
it like it really does feel like the key to like unlocking what This Too Shall Pass is about to me. Like just in I mean I don't know, like maybe I'm overthinking it, but I
Nah, cause I kind of feel you on that. When I was rapping Manifesto, I was talking about like how I'm pretty much smoking, trying to just ease myself and keep on living life. And I was talking about where I was at and my surroundings and like how I felt on myself and what I was about myself and what I was on type shit. And like this too shall pass is pretty much a more in-depth lens on what I was talking about or what I was going through around that time pretty much. Because Burgundy was also a lot of hard shit too on some shit. But
yeah.
like pretty you know, pretty much putting in that work even if you gotta get some blood on your hands type shit. Like use your life for real. And like it's like this too shall pass got a little more into the mind state behind that. Some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like
and
the atmosphere and everything around the environment and shit.
right. And you know, like even just you telling me just now that like I'm still not over the fact that like most of this stuff is, I don't want to call them B-sides. I feel like that's not right, but like it's just like stuff that you weren't 100% feeling and you put it together because the homies were like, yeah, this is good. You should put this out.
Yeah,
You know, like it's
yeah. And it's funny
like
about the dropping certain shit to videos. Like I'm really glad niggas encourage me to do that. Like, cause I actually like a couple of the songs now for real. Like
mhm,
some of my favorite. And some of it I like wrote like recently too. Like a lot, cause a lot of shit was just older beats too. A lot of
right.
songs weren't really related, but some of them like weren't finished, and I like repolished them and shit. And like
Mhm.
you know, doing something that I really like. It's like a clean slate for it. It's like a lot of old I guess you could say like fragments of time and shit.
Right. Yeah. Nah, it's
Like it's still saying you continue and like it's gonna be a lot more coming from that. Like we still
good.
going.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to hear that because like yeah, you know, even just you describing it like that, this too shall pass does feel like a I like it sometimes feels lazy to describe music like this, but it kind of feels like a photo album. and just like just like really just like on some like snapshot shit of just like this
Mm.
is how I was feeling this day at this time at this hour, you know, and then like once again, you know, like I just like I love this whole thing front to back. It's like muddy and soupy, but also just like real smooth and just like really easy to it's just really easy to fall into it on some like routine or like some like it's like a dirge type shit. It just kind of you just like get in and just kind of get absorbed by the waves. And the one and you know like there's a lot of faith on this album, like Tried to Save Y'all and Somewhere, and there's like a lot of impatience on stuff like Balling Out and Disc.
Yeah,
And
I ain't gonna lie. Tried to save y'all. That was like really me on some like that was my higher self talking at that point.
yeah, I could tell because like A, you started the album off with it, and B, just like it's almost crazy because I look at why am I blanking on what song ended this album? Like Spell, you know, like Spell is a great way to end the project, but but like I almost feel like Tried to Save Y'all would have worked even better like as
Mm.
like the last song on the project. You know, like
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
but but like but
Well,
like
no,
I
that's not
do
crazy in the bad way.
no, I know what you meant. But like it's but like it works as the first song because it does kind of contextualize everything you're talking about just in terms of like your just like your well-being and just like the well-being of the world and just like what you want to change, just like working through your shit. But the one song that I kept coming back to from the first time I heard it was Fear. Like
Mm.
Fear might be my favorite song on this whole project because you know, just like you're throwing,
I didn't think niggas was gonna like that one.
bro, like I kind of understand why because of this because like on the back end it's just you like talking to people on some like rallying cry shit, which I really appreciate. And I just think it works, you know, like you're throwing the gauntlet down, like you're in your early 20s, you're kind of like, you know, you're at this point where you're trying to figure out like not just what you're gonna do, but like what we're all gonna do about just like the whole world we live in, just like how are we gonna approach this, how are we gonna make this better, like all these old niggas over here doing this bullshit and just kind of
Yeah,
like people are just like stuck in their ways and like how do we shake them out of it. And like I don't know, I just love that sense of urgency, you know, like I think you know, like I think once again, like I think this is kind of like the keystone to the like I think like Tried to Save Y'all and this are kind of like they're like two of like the most crucial songs here that give this project like the weight and the context that like I'm still just off the fact that this is coming together from so much old material that you finally started to record to. And
I'll
like
tell you,
it's
a lot of a lot of the older songs are an old song was Box Jack. Um,
yeah,
fuck, man. Fuck, man. Damn, I'm thinking crazy. Um, fucking Yikes was an old song.
yeah,
Sheesh was an old song. Uh, shit, it's a couple of them, but Innocent Fun is an old song. But a lot
yeah,
of the newer shit is what I feel like really like made it a capsule for real. Cause it's like when you listen to This Too Shall Pass, it come in like a movie or like some sort of like opening to like a big ass grand show or some shit. And
yeah,
then you immediately get like blasted into this loud ass, heavy ass, mad lib video game ass beat. But I'm talking about like pretty much just like me being a young nigga out here on my shit, like making sure I get shit done. And I'm talking about like my brother, Free Ready, niggas pretty much like rising up against adversity type shit. And then you get further into this shit, and then you hear shit like smoking again, and like it talks to like me going through my mental struggles, and I'm like stopping, starting again, just like on and off smoking. And then they get deeper into shit, get into like fucking somewhere, and then it end off with shit like Disc. Disc was another like heavy track. Like I feel like really held some weight. Cause that
Yeah.
was like probably the most honest I've been about how I felt about everything that I've been going through for probably like since I graduated high school. Like, cause you get wrapped up into so much shit, you know, here, especially if you're trying to like get money and it's not really like a lot of shit that could really make itself useful around you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was pretty like that was a big ass like take. And, like I almost ended the album on that, but I don't even like calling it the album. That's a big ass word. I be calling
Yeah,
shit project.
I
But
get it.
I almost ended the shit on that note, but then I had to like, well, I had to end it on innocent fun. I think that's what I ended it. No, I didn't.
No, you
I
ended it with
ended.
spell.
Nah, yeah, I know I ended it with Spell, but Spell was something that I ended up like producing like recently and wrote a song, and then I like just threw it on there.
Got you.
But after Game Over, I mean before Game Over, yeah, I gotta look at this shit. Hold up. Got it in my notes. Oh yeah, I ended it with So Amazing. Right. That's what the beat is called Innocent Fun, but the song is called So Amazing. But
Got it.
yeah, I had to end it on that because it's like I don't know. I've been going through all that shit, but I also been trying to see the light through it all, and like the reason why I'm here. So like I had to, just switch the tone a little bit, just so it wasn't so morbid.
Yeah, I get it. And yeah, I appreciated that you did that because I think this project's a journey because of that, like
Yeah,
it can get kind of heavy, but you're also just kind of getting bars off here and there, just like over some cool ass beats, and it just sounds
part
cool,
two.
and it feels good, like that's the
Word.
I think that's the thing that helps it really like stick to me, is that like it feels good, and just like running through the whole thing, and like this feels like an important moment for you. This feels kind of like this feels kind of like a gauntlet thrown down. This is me. I'm here. You can't be you can't be fucking with me on no shit. But like you also have like you said, like like you're not you're about to turn 24 type shit, and
Yeah.
you still got such a long way to go. And like, I guess before we formally wrap this up, like what do you hope this project tells people, like if somebody who's never heard your shit before stumbles across this the way that you stumbled across all the things you've stumbled across, like what would be the one, I mean, like everything's open to interpretation, that's just how life works, but like
Yeah.
what's the one thing you'd want them to walk away from this project with? Like if they knew nothing else about Yo OG, what would you want the one thing to be that they know about you from listening to this?
Um, Nothing crazy, honestly. Like, or I guess actually, like, I'm going through all this shit, yeah, and like I'm like thinking about my life and shit, and it may come off like shit. It may come off like I'm on some, oh, nobody have it hard as me, da 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 da. But it's really just to be on some like relatable shit. Because
Yeah,
I know everybody else going through this shit too. And it's the reason why I'm still like I'm expressing myself like this and how I've learned to. Because it's like you feel a certain way all your life and you eventually learn the words to like vocalize shit. It's like you want to know if somebody feel that shit too. So it's like you end up like expressing yourself in all these different ways, and it's how like we end up here, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, easy. Like, yeah, I don't think enough people think about how brave it is to just talk about this type of stuff. Like in any capacity, whether it's like on record or like to a person that you don't know how people are gonna react to this type of stuff. So like it's like you just kind of putting yourself out there and just being like, hey, like this is how I feel.
You gotta do it for yourself first. So like all the music
Yeah,
that I make be be like true, honest shit. And if it's not transparent enough, but if it's not real enough, then I can't let myself do some bullshit or make some
yeah,
bullshit, you know?
yeah,
So like you gotta be aware of self before you and actually like I mean, I don't know, we all doing this shit for different reasons. But like for me, like I don't know, you really gotta like mean what you say and stand on that shit if you
yeah,
really gonna release it and put it out there.
yeah,
Because it's a
and
lot that comes
yeah, yeah,
if you
nah,
really
and sorry, my fault. I didn't mean to cut you
do
off.
whatever you want to do. But nah, I'm just like spout.
Oh, felt. But like, yo, but like that's one thing I've always loved and appreciated about you as a person and as an artist. Like you do this for you, and I can tell that you do this for you, and that's a big part of the reason why people fuck with it. Like that's why like that's why y'all are able to like fill up these rooms, because like you're speaking for yourself, and people see themselves. People see you for that, but they see themselves in that, and like that's what makes the shit relatable. Like people talk about like I feel like a lot of people don't understand what makes things relatable, and that's what makes it relatable. Like it's not necessarily like, oh, it's not necessarily I mean like it can be, oh, I go through that too, but the other layer to that is like, oh, this person's just expressing their truth. Like everybody
We
can
all be
relate to
going through
like,
the same shit in different forms.
right, exactly. And like you've always been honest about that, and you put that forth, and that's what makes your shit pop. That's why we're here right now. Type shit. Yeah, you already. And to like and to formally wrap this up, OG, if your life was a movie, what would it be about?
Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, fucking. It'd be like, damn, I don't even know. My life could be a brolic ass movie. I'm not gonna front. Nah, that sounds like crazy. No, but
So
I'm not gonna fool myself. But I don't know. It's so much shit that I've experienced. I guess. Damn, you asked like, what would it be about?
yeah,
Hey, let's have a good time. So I don't know.
that's a
Yes, sir.
that that's a good and a valid answer. It's all good. Like life, like like more often than not, life's too complicated to just like break it
Yeah, let's
down into
try to
like
have a
one
good
thing. But
time.
like, yeah, just try to have a good time. Shit's hard out here, so just like having a good time and being able to like parse through your own thoughts and say like, fuck the bullshit. I'm here to just, I'm just here to kick it. Like there's power in that, and there's power in having a good time. And like and like not on some not on some like corporate sanitized shit either. Like there's power in having a good time, feeling good, being around people you love, feeling safe, feeling heard, seen, all that stuff. So yeah, nah,
Word up.
man, this was so smooth. Thank you, bro. This was fun.
Nah, yeah, this is probably cool. It was a little like I don't be doing shit like this. Like I really ever talk about myself. So I was a little like anxious at first. I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I eventually relaxed into it, and it was pretty cool. I did.
Nah, I'm happy to hear that. I just, like you're just like yeah, not like you're just somebody. Yeah,
In the
not like
middle
you
of
you what happened?
like I said, some day like sitting on the floor right now in the middle of the store, like this my room or something. Like I'm mad comfortable right now.
Hell yeah, son. Yeah, nah, like this is like we're just here to I'm happy. I'm happy you felt less anxious and willing to open up, and like you already know what it is, man. I've been fucking with you for a while, and it's just like nice to like I appreciate you wanting to come do this because I know it's, like I know this isn't necessarily a thing you do often, but I don't know. Like you make dope shit. You're always around. You got a mind and an ear, and I respect that. So just like thank you for lending me your shit. Always.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me, bro. For real,
Yeah.
this is like it's hella cool.
This is like for you. I know this is gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first of many. If you're ready to take it there, like I'm I'm
Right.
I'm I'm happy. I'm happy to be among the first. So I appreciate
Yeah.
it's an honor. I appreciate your trust like more than you know.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.